Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kristy from Sewbits. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you everybody for watching and commenting on my videos. Today is a video about my Roxy Journal of Stitchery field notes, and I have finished my front cover. Finally, I had to restrain myself from not adding any more stuff to it, but I've also put a backing, a wadding backing on the back, because mine is going on a book cover, which is, for those that didn't know, I had two of these books. One was a small book and one was a bigger book, and I discussed it with the lovely Sally, and she said, yeah, why not? So I have cut the other book out. I've got all the pages over there, and I'm using the spine. Hopefully I won't need anything bigger than that, but if I do, I will reconstruct the spine and turn it into something lovely. So that's the actual country diary of an awarding lady. So this is, what I was going to say was, this is my front cover here. You might not be able to see that. I'll put you down a bit. That's better. So this will go on the front. I'll fold that over there. Somehow that will get... I saw a lady do it on her sewing machine, so I might be able to do it on mine. And this will be the cover. And then it'll be just like a normal book. So this will go over. That will be stuck down. And then on the front of this, like the pages in the book, I have designed this. This didn't come out. I sprayed it with starch, and so it made the... made the writing a little bit dull, but that's okay. It will just give the look of old. So I printed this off on my own fabric. So I wanted to put this in here on this side. Hopefully it will fit. May just have to squish that over a tiny little bit. I printed that off, and I printed the daffodil, and unfortunately I made a little cut when I was getting the paper off, so I just put a bit of glue over that. I might just do some seed stitch around there just to keep it down. If I find that it doesn't quite fit, I'm pretty sure it will, I will just move everything over slightly, and I haven't stuck that down with anything. This is just glued down all the stuff. So that's going to go there. Then my book. And then where... I don't even know where my book is now. My table is such a mess. What have I done with my actual book part of it? I don't know. I don't know what I've done with the actual Concertina book. I don't know what I've done. But then what this is going to be, I'm going to have this on the front. I think I've mucked this up a little bit here. I'm thinking I might just come in with my Inktense pencils and just shade over the top of that. Maybe in an orange or a red, pink and purple. Autumn can be sort of orange and yellow. Summer can be like a reddish colour, and maybe winter I can shade that in a little bit of blue, and then I'll just seed stitch this down, and that can be like, so when you open up the book, you'll go there, you'll see that there. This will be on the front of the Concertina book. Is that it there? No, that's just scraps. If you know what I mean. And then when you turn that over, this is my page, and this is going to be half a page. And then this is going to have spring written here. I've just written it there in air ink, but I need to move it over slightly, so I'm just waiting for that to finish. I put a Suffolk puff there with a little tulip. This is already done from another lady that did it, and I just bought the actual calico doily. And then this will be my other page. So I've changed it a little bit from before. I was going to have the Suffolk puff here, but I printed this out. We went to a tulip, Araluen it's called, here in Perth, and we went there way back in 2016 with my mum and my mother-in-law, who now have both since passed. And so I decided to print out the tulip, and then what I did was I slowly cut zigzag around, and then I glued it on the back of this little crocheted doily. That was that piece that lady sent from America. Then I decided to turn it into a tulip, and put some ribbon, and I put the word tulip. I printed this out, but it didn't come out as dark as I wanted it to. So I'm not going to print it again. It is what it is. I might get some light, very light those pens with the very fine tip. This is black, so I'm not want to use this, but the very fine tip. Maybe I'll go over it, but it's not the best print on the paper. This was one of those bought ones, I think. Was it the bought ones? Yeah, I think so. I tea stained this, and then a little bit didn't come out because it was a bit white. It wasn't actually white. It was, let me see what's in my box. Here. Oh, no, that's not it. No, I don't know where it is. Oh, is that it there? No, that's the tea stained as well. It was on one of my other pages. I don't know where it's gone. I'm not sure. Did I actually use that? No, not there. Did I use it on here? Nope. Yeah. It's an Kath Holden junk journal page fabric. So I didn't like the colour of it, so I decided to tea stain it, and a little bit didn't get in, which is actually quite nice. So next time I might do it, I might tie the things down with some rubber bands, you know, roll it up and tie it down, and then leave it in the tea quickly, and then you might get this sort of shading effect where it's a bit mottly. So that was going to go here. And then I also was going to make this word spring here, but my black just didn't look right. But I did actually colour this myself with my ink. I coloured the fabric in my Intense pens, and so what I did was, I'll show you. Maybe this one. I did it on this, but it actually didn't work that well. What I did was, I must stop saying I leant on, let me have a look. I leant on something soft, and I can't think what it was. I think it actually was. So if I just move that out the way, I leant on this, because when I did it on the hard board, it didn't work that well. So, and I didn't wet that, I just left it the way it was. So I just went like this. Can you see? I'm not sure if I'm in the camera. Yep. I got the pink. Oh, pink's getting a bit blunt now. And I just went over the top of that like that. You have to press hard. But what it's doing is, the soft is letting the pencil go into the fabric. Was when I did it on the hard surface, for some reason it didn't work as well. And what was I doing? Oh, I did a little bit of this blue, or I could actually do a bit of the aqua. And here I'm just gently putting in some lines, and then I've got yellow to give it a bit of a lift up. There's two yellows. One's a bit of an orange yellow, and I like that yellow. So then I just went like this, and so you can see that now. It's changing the colour. And then I'll bring my board back in. And that's what I did for this little tulip. I wrote tulip on here. And then that was it there, same. And then I just cut around it. So I'll just, I was going to say sticky tape it. Yeah, that will work. I was just going to just sew around the edge of that. So you don't have to wet that now. I just left it as is. I did try and wet a piece, but it actually didn't work very well. So like I said, this one just, the lettering just started to ink in. So I don't like it. So, you know, that was just a practice piece. So if you've got these pencils, I'll show you them here. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows about them. They're the watercolour ones. I got these off Amazon in Australia, Amazon Australia. And they were, I think they were $60, $65 maybe. Don't quote me on that. So, you know, I've got them and I want to use them. So I was happy about that. Right, I'll get rid of my page. So that's my field notes. With that one's going on that side, on the inside. Then there, that goes like as if you're opening up the book, and then you have your cover, which I can't find my accordion page, so that will be there, and then you turn it over like a new page, and then my spring page is going to be these two here. Oh, I've got to put that under some fabric, or I might just put that straight on the calico. I haven't decided because it's pretty full. And was it oh, that's right, I was going to do the spring across there. I liked that. This is just some edging, and then that would be my spring on both pages. This is paper. I'll get the paper that I got. I got it from Temu because I didn't know where else to get it. Well, so this is just very fine. So I glued two pieces together. Rips quite well. Looks a bit old and, you know, grungy. And then I just glued that down with glue. And I glued that down, and I'll glue this down just to give it some body to the fabric. And then I might just do a little bit of seed stitching in there. I don't think I'm going to embellish that. I don't know how well it will turn out. Because if you put too many holes in this fabric, I don't think it knits back together that well. Especially now that I've put the glue on the back. So I don't want to take that chance. So yeah, give that a go. Just play around with some of your ink tents, and, you know, that can be just another something for a label, or, you know, who knows. Just go put that back in my basket. That one could go in the bin because it's yucky. And what I wanted to do was on the back side of this, I wanted to put in my lovely photos of the tulips. That's my mum. I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see. That's my mum, and that's my mum. That's me and my husband and my mum's partner Johnny, and my husband's mum and his dad there. So, but they're both mum and my two mums are gone to heaven now. So it's, I wanted to pay tribute to them both because mum loved the tulips, and I just think it was our wedding anniversary actually that we went. And then this picture here I'll always remember is my daughter Rebecca when she was 4, and she was smelling the little daffodils in the garden That was a long time ago. She's just turned 31 on Monday. So, yeah, I love those days. So I'm going to glue those down. I don't know if I'm going to stitch them. I might try and stitch them down just around the edge. So that's just going to be a little pocket for me. I'm just going to stitch all that down there. I'll do blanket stitch maybe around. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. I'll just do whip stitch around the edge, I think, not blanket stitch. And then I can just fold that over and look at them. Make sure that when I put them on, that I'll glue them, or stitch them and glue them just there, so I can just turn it back over. I don't know. I should really, I should think about, I need to put something there to hold that back down so it doesn't keep flopping about. So, yeah, I'll think about something for that. So that's all I've got for today, for my field notes. So I'll just get some crochet cotton in my bag, and I might just do a bit of this. I'll just put this away. So I hope everyone is enjoying their stitching with this Roxy Journal of Stitchery. I'm finding it quite exciting, and figuring out about my creative side. I didn't realise that I quite enjoy doing it. Oh, that's the spring. I was thinking, I've got an extra page there. So that can go there. I didn't think I was going to do that many pages, but it just sort of felt fitting to put in that flap, because the daffodil and the tulips and jonquils had them in my garden too. And this was that piece of fabric that came from Betty and Ivory, is that lady that I mentioned in my other video when I was making up the other video I did about my journaling, and I couldn't remember the name. Betty and Ivory, she's on Instagram, and she has beautiful packs. I've just ordered one from her, and she posts to Australia if anybody's interested. Quite cheap and reasonable, so it's well worth the packs. She gives you quite a lot of packs, quite a lot of stuff in your packs. All right, so what have I been up to? Well, today is sunny, and the sun's been in and out. We had some rain this morning, which was quite nice. We desperately need more rain. And I decided to go and get a pond. I wanted a pond just to sort of remember my mother-in-law. She loved ponds and stuff like that. She had, well, Dad still has a pond there. Oh, my needles have all popped down. So, yeah, I wanted to go and get a pond. And I thought, well, I'll just get one that's cut in half. He had this plastic barrel that was cut in half, and it was already cut like that. So I just brought that home. I think that's going to go through there. Filled that up with water. Now, I went to the pond shop today, and she said that rainwater is not the best to put in your pond because it's quite soft. So let me see. There. It's quite soft, the water. So she said, yeah, just put in your tap water and then get some soft water conditioner. Put work out your dimensions of your pond, and then on the bottle it says so many 10 mils per 60 litres. So I did that and put that in. So, and I got some native fish. I didn't want to put in goldfish because that means I have to have a pond. A pond going 24/7, and I didn't want to do that either because there was no power point down there. So I just got a solar pond. Bought my solar pond from Big W. So they online, and you just get it delivered to your house for free. So I thought, yep, beauty. So I did that. Works well. Just you've got 3 little heads to put on to change the what's it called? The water. I didn't want to do that anyway. That's because I'm talking. Oh, did I? Oh yeah. To change the spout of the water. So I did that. So that's good. Just to irrigate the water just a little bit, because they're really tiny fish. They're only like, let me see, get my pin. I'll show you. They're only about, that big. They're quite tiny, but they're a little bit sparkly. So I got 7, and then I got I went to the pond shop just to get some more plants. Well, I came home with another pond, didn't I? So it was a big round pond, and I got this flower. I'm going to have to try and... Hang on a minute. I just had to pull that off camera because it was hard. What was I talking about? I had to get some plants, and it's a plant that it's like a reed, but it has a big green flower head on the top. And then what else? I got this weed, proper, not just any old weed. It was proper weed from the pond shop, and she said they'll just work in there well. And then when it overflows, the weed just overflows into the garden and just dies off. So that's fine. So I went, yes, I'll grab some of that. Oh, and I got some, you can't see it obviously, it's a big metal round circular metal shape, and it has a picture of the blue wren, which is, it has the shape of the blue wren in there, and the kookaburra. So I snaffled them up because there's only one of each. So yeah, I'll have that. So what else was there? The fish, the plant, the new pond thing, and I think that was it. Then I had to go to Bunnings. Is that going through the back? Yeah, I had to go to Bunnings and get a new wheelbarrow. Our wheelbarrow's metal, and it has a hole in it, so it's no good for nobody. It's not good for sand because the sand will fall out. And then the new one can fit through my daughter's gate. When she moves in, it can go into the gate. So I don't even know if I'm doing this right, am I? Yep, this'll do. And so we did that. Better just watch that there. Maybe I might do it this way. So it'll go through the gate, no problems at her house. And then what I'm thinking of doing is putting it, taking the I suppose you call it the barrel, the wheelbarrow part of it. Take all the frame off and keep the frame, I don't know what it's called. The part where you put all your stuff in. Keep that, maybe put that in the garden as an ornament thing, and put succulent plants in, because I don't want to have to keep watering it all the time if it's in part of the garden that doesn't get the sprinkler. So that's what I've been doing all day. So I haven't had a chance to get in here this morning. I was going, right, get up now, go and get in there, get some filming done, or you'll be behind. So I'll just get this done. Most of all that other stitching stuff I'll do, at night time. There won't be, it's not going to do anything fancy. It's just stitching all that down to respect the way the journal is being stitched. So, because you can't just glue it on and just, yay, this is my piece. Because it's, it's supposed to be stitching. So we'll do that. I'll see what this looks like in a minute. That doesn't look too bad. That just works in well. I might just cut the fringe a bit off. I could have just gone around, running stitch all the way along there. But yeah, once you start something, you just go with the flow. That's obviously what I wanted to do, so off I went and did it. If anybody wants to know, maybe I should just, I have mentioned before in the description box, oops, I've got to move over a bit, some of the YouTubers that I watch. If anybody was interested, I can just put them in the comments below so you can go over and help support all these other channels. Sometimes I don't always get there to see them all, but I do my best. Yes, and you do have your favourites, because they're, you know, everyone's are interesting, but like anything, everyone has favourites of something or other. Apart from my children, I don't have favourites. They're all the same to me. I may be closer to one of the daughters than I am the other, but the other daughter balances out with her technique and her the way she does things in life. So I've got 2 daughters to go to, and then my son's just, he's a cheeky boy. Yeah, just the one son I have. They're all got houses now, so that's good. Except, well, yes, my first daughter, she has the one that had her birthday, she has her house. She just made her last installment of her payment of the house, so it must be going through soon, hopefully. I mean, moving in, We're having pizza tonight. We're going to have, that looks good. I like that. We're going to have, we have this Centrepoint pizzas here in Midland. And the big jumbo pizzas, like, they're enormous. They're like that big. I'm off camera now, so I'll move up a little bit. Oh yeah, well, I'm off camera, so they're quite large. Not just your large pizzas, they're jumbo pizzas. So we're going to get that delivered. I don't know. I can't see my phone. I can't see through my oops. I can't see through my glasses. Hang on, I was just trying to move you down a little bit. I forget my phone is like the camera isn't right in the middle. The camera is, see, when I'm doing this, for me, if I put my fingers in the middle of my camera, it's slightly over, so I have to remember to move everything over this way to be in the middle of the camera. And I got new glasses. So I got new glasses the other day. These are lovely teal colour. My mum loved them. As soon as I walked in, Mum must have been there in my mind when I was choosing my glasses. So they look a bit green, but they're not too bad. And they tint out in the sun, and I got tinting years ago, absolutely years ago. I'm talking probably 15, 20 years ago, and it was terrible. Made me feel seasick. So I said no, and she said, well, we have changed them, and if you don't actually like them, you've got 3 months to change your glasses for some reason or another. Mine are multifocal. So I said, all right, then. I ordered them. So I ordered them, and I walked outside, got in the car, come in, was outside again, didn't even know they changed. They changed so subtly, I think that's the right word, that I went, oh yeah, my glasses have changed. And so I took them off, and yeah, they went dark. They went darkish, but not dark like sunglasses, but they just take the glare off the sun, which is great. Because I would work at school, and then we go out to lunch. Oh, not lunch, I beg your pardon. We go out to sport, or we go outside for an outside activity. I never used to wear my glasses because it was a pain having to take them off, put them on, take them off. Same with driving the car. But she said they don't work super well in the car because they work via, I was going to say USB. They work via ultraviolet light. Is that what it's called? Yeah. UV light from the sun. Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm not very good. Sometimes when I try to remember something that you haven't thought of for ages, it takes me forever and a day. Right, there we go. Look at that. I might need to come down and do a bit of a stitch. I might do just, what do they call that? Very tacking stitch. A tacking stitch in there so you don't see it. Might come back here. Oh no, because you're going over. Yeah, I'll fix it up. So that's what I'm going to do along there. Not sure what I'm decided how I'm going to tuck this down. I might just do light seed stitch all along the top there. That might be quite nice. I'll do some running stitch along here. So let's leave that for now because I can do that off camera. What I wanted to show you was the printing of the fabric. Now this is on my home printer. I printed this off and then I used the scissors. So to peel this off, now don't do what I did and cut and stick your scissors in there too far because it cut my fabric, and I'm not going to print it again unless I have a space in my printer of the print next time, because it's a lot of ink, it's a lot of wastage on ink. So what I did was I scored with my scissors very gently, and as you can see, where are we? As you can see, the paper peels off. And yes, you can save that paper. Now that is just A4 label paper. I will get the label paper out from the cupboard and I'll show you. So it just leaves the fabric behind. Now this is the fabric from, I'll show you what I've used. So people that don't know, you can just get it online or you can just use your own fabric. Now, yes, people probably already know that seen it on Rachel's and seen it on somebody else's, but that's okay. I'm showing because maybe someone on my channel doesn't know anybody over there on Rachel's channel or Sarah's. So this is just A4 self-adhesive sticker labels, 100 sheets new. And I think I got this off Amazon. And this pack, believe it or not, oh, that was when I got my fabric from Rachel, and she said, thank you so much. Somehow I stuck it on there. I got this 10 years ago from one of those craft things that come to Perth, like quilting, your quilt show stuff, yeah. So that's it there. 10 sheets. This was A4 sheets. Some of them come in 5 now. But that's just your cotton. And you stick it on your printer. Photo printer project. So it's 100% cotton. But it does feel thick. It feels quite thick. It's nothing like calico. It's a lot thinner calico. So all I'm going to do now is get my... I decided to use this. And get my glue. Now, I didn't think about gluing, and all of a sudden, when I've been watching the lovely Corinne from To Be Loved Treasured and Susanna and Rachel, glue has been actually your best friend because it holds it down and then you can still stitch in it. You just got to wait for it to dry, but it just holds it down and secures it and adds another level of, oh, that's the thing, of craftiness. Like, oh no, that's not even a word. Well, you know what I mean. It just adds a bit of extra ease into what you're doing. It's not so that will just stick on there. I better make sure when I fold that over, yep. Probably just could have added a bit more glue onto the edges. Oops. And don't get glue on the actual picture. So I'm doing this so you can learn from my boo-boos, and then you'll know what to do without making any mistakes. So that's that one. Now you just got to do it lightly, just enough so. This one's not doing it. You've just got to get it so the paper peels off. It doesn't peel off on the corners that well. Not peeling off at the moment. There we go. I know I haven't glued it because it's... So this is still sticky. So you can put this on something to make it not stick to the paper, but you could reuse the label, because all it is the labels from your labels that you have for sending off in the mail for a big parcel or something. That's all it is. So let's, oh, this has got lots of glue on the mat. Let's put glue all over it this time. It'll stick much better. There we go. Whoops, we'd not put that on the glue. I could need to get a tissue. Now, don't do that because you get glue on the thing. Silly. Right, I'll move this out the way. So, oh, beautiful. Just what I wanted. To flip that over, I'll just make a line where there. What I'll do is get my, I'll just use my air eraser, and I've got my quilting ruler. That will do. I'll just make a line on the back so I know that I can stitch all the way in there. That will just disappear eventually. Was it going to be that far? Hang on. Maybe it was actually to there. Maybe I should just do it to that. I'll see, because I don't want to interfere with this. Right, so that's that piece. I know what I'm doing with that one. This one's already been done. I'm happy with that. I've probably squished it a little bit because I had to iron this on. Next time I'll think about that first. But then you've got to sew in that there. So, but that's all right. I'm sure it'll fluff up. Now this one here, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the, it's a bit crooked there, with the page. Maybe I should have made that straight. So if this is stuck down, which it is, I peeled this off about 3 times. So you can just gently peel it off. Can you see that? Yep. Do I need to bring you down? Because it's hard to see with my glasses. There we go. Just peel that off. And it's a little bit sticky. Even if you peeled it off and you put it in the wrong spot, it's all right. You'd be able to do something with it. All right. I'm not going to get my mat thingy. It's a pain. I'll just quickly quickly do it here. I'll just do it on the edge. Right. I made this mat in my free motion quilting, and I wrote my name there. 2017. Gosh, that's been ages ago. And I had it for that long. And I was thinking the other day, I thought, if I get mess on it or I get bored with it, I'll just stitch. I've got fabric straps coming out my ear rolls. I'll just sit here and stitch some pieces of fabric on it. Right, so let's get this straight. Move her over a bit. So if that's coming along there, you can come down just a whisker. I don't mind some things being crooked, but some things have to be a bit straight. There we go. See, that's faded a little bit, but that's all right. It's only for me. If it was going for somebody special, I would definitely have reprinted it. Right, so I've got to figure out with this particular one where it's going to fit on the page. So if that's going here, see that's gone a bit crooked there. But this page is going on top of the concertina, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not going to cut anything off yet. So I don't want to make a mistake and cut everything too short and then, you know, I have to add to it. Which is not a bad thing. I don't want to make more work for myself is what I'm saying. What did I do with that needle? Do you know the scissors here? They magnetise the needle. And the iPad does as well, because one day I was trying to look for my what's it called? My needle, and it was stuck to the edge of the iPad. That was pretty interesting to know that. I shouldn't even have to do that. I should just go straight through the hole. So I'll just cut a bit off there. I think I'll just do seed stitch all the way over this. I don't want to make it too complicated. I was thinking of putting, I should really put lace along there. I wonder if I've still got that lace. I think I'll put it back in my lace box. I'll get it out and have a look. And of course, you know what? You can't find it when you want it. Oh, it's probably in the bag, but I will show you something. I'll show you something. I was thinking the other day that my wedding dress is still in my... Is it in there? No. I don't know where it went. It's here somewhere. I was thinking about my wedding dress, and I thought, oh, it's just sitting in the cupboard, wasting away. And so I got it down, and I thought I was going to... There's not a lot of beadwork on it, but there's enough that you could use and just cut up the dress, just get rid of the dress. My husband goes, no, don't do that. You'll regret it. I went, oh, okay, whatever. All right, I won't. So I decided now to use my veil, because all this veil here is all, oops, is, I don't know if you can see that, is just my veil from, you know, it's not a huge long train, but it still goes to the floor. And all these little beads here they're all stuck on, so I don't think you'd be able to use them. Not too sure if they come off by themselves, but if they don't, because there's the veil, my flowers, they're all gone yellow and yucky, and you can't even use those because they would be great for stamens, but I could possibly take all the beads off. I know I did take off the bead off. I don't know if they're yellow or that's the colour they're meant to be. So that one there, look, that there's okay, but some of them are a little bit yellow, like that one I just had. I don't think you could use the sequins. They might be a bit yellow, see there? But I thought I could just use my sequins on here in my slow stitching. They're just sitting there doing nothing because all this has been sitting in the box for 30 years, over 30 years. And look, it's all gone yellow and it's ruined. You can't even use the plastic flowers. Maybe that one, but I wouldn't use it. So all it is just stuck on with a bloody comb. So I might as well utilise the beads. But I don't know what I'm going to do about the beads on the netting. If anybody was interested in some of the netting, I'm happy to post it to you somehow, but I don't know. I don't know what I'd use the netting for. I could put it over the fish pond, stop the birds from getting it. But the cat did come in and try to get underneath of it and thought it was great fun. And then the dogs came in and sat on it. So they thought it was great. They had a use for it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is just do some little tacking stitches, because there is enough lace work just to tack it down. I was trying to remember what Sarah did on hers. She just did little stitches and then you did a big stitch. Maybe, I think that's what you do. Let's give it a go. Maybe this thread's too... Maybe I actually need to use just cotton. Maybe I should just change to cotton because it's the crocheted ones it's a bit thicker. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll snip that off. Let's do that. If anybody's been over on Sally's YouTube channels, Sally from Dotty B Vintage, she showed you the lovely book, the bird book, or the embroidery country fields book, and I'm the one that sent her that. So Sally, if you'll be watching later on, I'm so pleased that you loved the book and you showed it, because I'm still waiting for mine, but mine's coming from the UK obviously, and you being in the UK was a lot quicker to get it. But when you showed it to me, yes, it's such a lovely book, so much inspiration with just the colour and how things are done. And I'm sure I'll be able to use some of the pieces in the book. Oh, I've got a book collection now. I've got book collection of quilting. I've got book collection of... how many books have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 books I've bought so far. So, but some of them are second-hand from Melanie, a purveyor of textiles, I think. I always get that confused. It's a bit of a tongue twister. And I just ordered my last lot of stuff, and I said to her, I have to stop on your, I have to unfollow you. I said, because I've bought quite a few pieces now and I need to just calm myself down. I'm pretty full, basically. Is that what you want to say? Pretty full of trims and doilies and stuff like that now, so I can just go and create, and I've got enough to just go, yay, I'll use this. And now that I know I can print on my fabric as well, that helps a little bit. Not that I'm going to go and buy fabric, but you know, I won't have to go and buy 1/2 metre or 30 centimetres. I just go online and print the, what do you call that, ephemera. I bought some from Rachel from Roxy Journal Stitchery, and I bought some from, I don't have my phone with me, so I can't tell you. Oh, my phone's recording, so I can't use my phone because it's recording. I just went online and bought some. I might put it in the description box below, so if you're interested you can go over and have a look, but certainly bought some from Rachel, and I bought some from the lovely Kate from the Journal Nest. She's put up a beautiful thing. Is it called ephemera? I assume it is. That's what it means for the whole general stuff. Beautiful picture of her doily collections, photographed it. So you can print it off. Yes, you can hardly see that now. So that's much better. If you get the idea of it not working, you just change it as soon as you can. So I was able to now just carry on. But I'll just do this here. So I find up, down, stabbing it sometimes quite annoying. It's just very time consuming. I didn't think I was going to even do this many, but these ideas came in my head by watching everybody else. Yeah, so I'll get back to the pizza story. We're having pizza tonight for tea, and they're big jumbo pizzas, and my daughter's, the second daughter, she is bringing her dog Winky, which you've seen before. And then the other day we went out to a place called Northern, which was about an hour away from where I live, and got a dog from the pound. And he is gorgeous. He's a cross between, he's a mongrel dog, but he's a crossbreed. He is Jack Russell, which I'm happy about. I think he's got a little bit of staffy in him because he's got that head like a staffy, and he stands a little bit like a staffy, but not too much. And there was a glimpse of, believe it or not, a Chihuahua, but he's got beautiful nature. He was very shy in the beginning, but now we've brought him home. Oh, he thinks he's the king. He's good with the cats, like he's seen the cats, and he's good with them. And he's good with my dogs, because you know I've got 3 dogs and 2 cats. And here I am thinking that I'm in shot. Sorry about that, everybody. And so, yeah, so he's great. So he's going to, he's actually there. Oh, that's a big jump. They're having a sleepover tonight. So they'll sleep over tonight, and they're having a sleepover tomorrow night. So the bed will be full. I have the cat sleep on our bed. Am I still in camera? I'll bring you down a little bit more. The cat sleeps on the bed. One of the bigger dog, the old dog, he sleeps in his own bed. And the other 2 are dash hounds, so they sleep in our bed as well. And we've got a king-size bed, so it doesn't take up much room. So I hope you liked my pages, a bit more than I was thinking of, but hey, I thought of that and I decided to keep going. So I will no doubt finish all these off. I have to finish all these off, but I wanted to get that field notes one done, which I have done now, and the daffodils, and put the tulip down. That was a lot of work for that tulip that lady did. don't know when she did it, but it's old. I showed you my video, not part 1, I think. Part 1, vintage and vintage and new. What did I call it? Vintage and new haul, I think I called it. So, yeah, it's in that one there. But it's old. But I don't know how old that stitching is. So, all right. Well, I've done that. You don't need to watch me do that, because that's all I'm going to do on there. I'm going to just do some stitching and play around with this on other fabric. Play around with just maybe, I don't know, covering it over, because it's not working for me like this. And I've smudged it a little bit, but I've done it now, so that'll just have to be. And do some stitches around there. Stitch that down. I might do some thread painting in there. And I did my field notes. It's a bit stiff now, but that's okay. It'll glue on the front. Whack it with some PVA glue. I don't want to do any more stitching. Maybe I might carry that all the way up the top, because of what I did in the beginning was I had this folded down and I needed the page to be that little bit taller. So I unpicked the back, because it only tacked down, as you can see here. Snip that off. And when I did that, I lost it there. So I don't know. I'll see. And then this one here is the lovely tulip and daffodil with pictures on the back. All right, so I will leave it there. And thank you for watching. Hope you liked what you saw. Like and subscribe. I don't always say that, because I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do. But you know the drill. If you're watching YouTube, you know what to do. So thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.